Arsenal dominate the ball. You can see, especially with the players we've got missing, the real potency up front. You can see that once they got in that shape, and we were passing around as slowly as we were, they were always going to be comfortable, and like the blocking and the defending was.
And the desire to win the second ball, as Lee said, if you don't win the first ball, make sure you win the second ball.
And they done that. They came with their plan, and I think they executed it very, very well.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the goal at the start of the second half. Arsenal came out, a crowd, of course, behind them, expects them to try and get back on level terms. There was a second goal, but at the other end, it's well taken, but there's a lack of energy and snap, as the boys said about the defending.
We were talking about Isaak dropping into those spaces, and he drops into the space, picks it up, plays it out to Murphy, and then gets himself in the box, gets a shot out of absolutely nothing, and Gordon does what every good striker does, gets into the position and gets in the back.
I think what we saw there is like arguably one of the most informed strikers in Europe at the moment, coming off and having too much time and too much space, and he got his shot off. And you have to give Gordon credit as well for following that in, because he done a lot of work in the first half tracking back. So, you know what I mean? There's a good performance from Newcastle. I'll give him that.
But it looked like Arsenal's defence there was half a beat behind what Newcastle's attackers were thinking. Do you know what I mean? In terms of an impetus.
You know what? I'm big fans of Gabriel and Saliba, but I don't think they'll have had a tougher time this season, because I thought Isaak was fantastic. His movement just kept them moving all over the place, dropping in, going long. So he messed them about all evening.
You know what I'd say with that, Les? You know, because there's not a player like that in Arsenal's squad, you're not coming up against that in training.
Yeah.
So then what's happening is that he's coming off, and it's confusing. It's confusing for them, it's confusing for the guys in front, and that's why, even with that second goal, it was far too easy. It was far too easy for that to happen. But again, you know, it's something that happened because he's in top form and he punished us.
And he's in top form, and he put Newcastle ahead just before half-time. It was, if you like, it was a Route 1 free kick, but they picked up the pieces so well. Now, there is a little bit of a shove there on the edge of the box by Isaak. VAR looked at it.
You two keep noticing that. I don't really notice it, to be honest with you.
It doesn't matter, Les. It was given. It was given.
Right? Yeah. But, like, it was well executed. Bookman gets the flick on. Murphy does great with his touch. Probably touches it for himself, but, you know, look at this.
Look. It reminds me of what happened to Gabriel. What happened to Gabriel Martinez up there. Yeah. You have to have two hands on an Arsenal player and foul them to not get anything.
I totally agree with you.
But you know, Isaak was there. I mean, this is your area. This is your bread and butter, Ian. He was alert enough to think, it's going to run off Murphy.
Because he's in that form. I saw the goal against Tottenham as well. The defender got a touch, and he still was able to put that in the net. He's in that kind of form where, get the ball into him, like Anthony Gordon said, and he'll probably finish it.
Newcastle were disciplined. Newcastle fought for each other. Newcastle won second balls. But Arsenal had two great chances, the first of them at 0-0. And as long as football is around, the game will never change.
No.
You miss your chances, it's
you're
a different
probably
picture.
Lose games, Well, again, we feel that this has got to be hard down to the goalkeeper's right. You know, really give the goalkeeper a problem. Like you see across the keeper, he might save it, he might parry it. You see Havertz coming in there. Doesn't happen. And I think that
this is at 2-0, this.
Again, you know, this comes down for me, Les, this is just a poor red. This is one that yourself, Shearer, you're not missing those. Because when you look at the technique here, a natural born striker is watching that all the way onto his forehead, and he's putting it away.
You find it hard to understand how he's not headed it. He's hit his shoulder. That only means he's taking his eye off the ball at the last moment, and in that position, that just probably turns
the game. That's 25 minutes to go. That's 2-1. That's a different picture.
You know, listen, I'm not going to knock Kai Havertz for what he's done up to this point. Another great chance there on a free. When the free kicks and corners and everything not working, and then you're getting players who are not naturally strikers, and you're missing chances. This is when now you're looking at Arsenal, bare bones injuries and what's going on. Players are playing when they're not fit. You have to be looking at the board now. I don't know what you can do in January, but you've got to try and do something if they're going to try and finish this season trying to win something.
The thing is, you know, those corners and free kicks have been working for most of the season. It's been a weapon for Arsenal. Unfortunately, they were short today in terms of hitting the target.
Absolutely. It's been a memorable week for Newcastle. They've won away at Manchester United. They've won away at Tottenham.
Proud. I think it was always going to be like that second half when we went 2 goals up. Obviously, it's only half a job done, but I thought 2-man, everyone defended brilliant.
Yeah, and another goal from this guy here. Alex, you just keep scoring. What's been feeling different for you to keep this consistency?
No, I think it comes down to a team thing. I think we've been, first of all, very solid defensively, and then we have the quality up front. Today was, again, Jacob who assisted me, so just try to be in the right place to finish the attacks.
A very fruitful combination. What is it about you two that's been working so well? Because you've been combining for 7 goals already.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the connection. I think we found that in a good way. He gets into good positions and he seems to find me a lot, which is positive for me and for the team as well.
And Alex mentioned the commitment then in defending, especially in the second half with the set pieces, 11 corners, and you guys just throwing bodies in the box. How key was this level of commitment here at the Emirates?
Yeah, massive. I think to get a result, you're going to have to defend set pieces well. They're so good at them. So, I thought everyone was brilliant. They've had chances. I'm sure they probably would have deserved a goal, but just throwing bodies on the lines managed to get over.
Yeah, Eddie Howe already mentioned that in the past couple of seasons, it was a key part of your game to defend really well, and then a key part of this identity. So how central is it for you guys when you are defending in this level to just keep going? Yeah,
I think it just gives you a good platform to build on. We've had a sticky patch where we're conceding quite a few goals, but we've had a few clean sheets in a row now. But I think that's the whole team. That's not just sort of the back lads. I think you've seen the way that we defended second half there was brilliant. But as I said, it's only really a job half done. They've got sort of nothing to lose now coming to St James's, so we'll have to be ready for it.
Yeah, job half done, but it's a big step. How big of a step is it to go to St James Park with a 2-0 up?
No, of course we came here with the intention to bring a good result home, and we did. But as Bernie said, it's just halfway done, and we have some time to change things and to come back and do the same job in St James's Park, which is obviously positive to play at home.
And congratulations, you are player of the match. So.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
There must be horrible interviews to do those because you've won 2-0, but it's only the first leg, so you kind of want to look happy, but you can't look too happy.
Look, we know as players, ex-players, they're very happy in that dressing room right now. Of course they are. They've got to say, do the right things, be professional in the manner, because obviously you need to show that respect as well to Arsenal, because still we're talking about an Arsenal team that are challenged for the title, still, close with Liverpool. So look, we can't shade away from it, but I think going now to St James's Park, I always felt Arsenal needed to be in front, because it's never going to be an easy place to play football. Never has been. But look, they're playing with confidence. A lot can happen. Like we say, it's a long period of time now until that next game. So I think there's a lot that could change in this moment in time. I think the great thing with Isaak in this moment in time for him, he's staying fit. And I think that's what's key for him. And those connections with Murphy, I said, he knows when to make these runs, because he's got a different winger on the sides, and I think they benefit from each other, that's for sure right now.
Overall, those stats made it look very, very dominant for Arsenal. It didn't feel like that watching it, did it?
It didn't feel that way at all, and probably me being slightly biased.